at Asiatic, we're going to adjust the time and everything. So don't worry about that. And pardon me? What time? Is it 6 something? I have to check. I'm sorry for that. Do you have the proceeding? It might be listed there. But since we delay, maybe I better check before I let you know about that. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. Let me welcome you again to the 8th Advances in Hospitality and Tourism Marketing and Management Conference. Before we start, I would like to invite our president of University of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, Associate Professor Dr. Sawani Thairungrod, to present her or to welcome our participant. Thank you very much.
Sawadee ka. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this International Hospitality and Tourism Research Conference on Advances in Hospitality and Tourism Marketing and Management, AHTMM 2018. I would like to welcome all distinguished speakers. Thank you for your generously sharing your research results on the matter and for exchanging research ideas for all participants. The objective of this conference is to examine contemporary hospitality and tourism issues, stimulate dialogue, and develop new perspectives in the field of hospitality and tourism within the globalized environment. The university deems that this conference will be beneficial to academia, industry, government, and other organizations in hospitality and tourism all over the country. We hope that not only do the participants get a chance to present and discuss ideas among one another, which may lead to future collaborations, but also the participants have opportunities to learn from invited speakers from all over the world. I wish to express my appreciation to all speakers, particularly keynote speakers, Mr. Ittipol Khunplome, Vice Minister of Tourism and Sport, Thailand, and he used to be the governor of Pattaya City, very well-known tourism beach of Thailand, and he is still now business leader of the region and very keen in tourism, so very best speaker. The other speaker coming is my boss, Mr. Kalin Sarasin, Chairman of the Thai Chamber of Commerce and Board of Trade of Thailand, and he is the Chairman of University of the Thai Chamber of Commerce. That's why I said he's my boss. And another position, he is the Chairman of the Tourism Authority of Thailand Board of Directors. So you have got very keen speakers in the field of Thailand. They will give a talk at this conference. And in this conference, there are around 130 participants in total, with more than 100 foreigners coming from 3 continents, which are Asia, Europe, and America. I hope that all of you participants have the opportunities to acquire more knowledge of research in hospitality and tourism marketing and management. And I also hope that this conference will lead to future development in the field of the hospitality and tourism, especially in Thailand. Finally, I would like to thank the organizers for their great effort and diligence in planning and organizing this conference. My special thanks go to Washington State University. For me, it's one of the best universities in the world. In 1987, I got a Fulbright scholarship, and they sent me to Washington State University. Without this university, I wouldn't have been this president of this university. So, million thanks to Washington State University. I would now like to announce the opening of the conference and welcome you once again to the Advances in Hospitality and Tourism Marketing and Management Conference, AHTMM 2018. I wish a great success of the conference. Thank you all.
Thank you very much for the warm welcome speech from our president of University of the Thai Chamber of Commerce. Before we start, I would like to call upon our guest speaker and the president and Professor Dogan to have the group picture in the front. Would you please come to, on the stage or near the stage? I'm not sure. What? Probably later. Oh yeah, that's. So it will be a big group picture. For the Asiatic 6 o'clock, it's still the same time. Okay, thank you. Our lovely audience again. Today, should I start? Yes. Today we are pleased to welcome our distinguished keynote speaker, Mr. Ittipol Khunplome, a very special guest, as you already heard from our president, who is both a politician and the Vice Minister for Tourism and Sports. So let me tell you about his background in brief. Mr. Ittipol received his Bachelor of Laws from Chulalongkorn University and his Master of Laws LLM from International Golden Gate University, the United States of America. His political experiences, directly and indirectly related to his current position, are the following. He was an advisor to the Deputy Minister of Transport, the Deputy Minister of Interior, the Deputy Minister of Commerce, the Deputy to the Minister of Science, Technology and Environment, and the Deputy of Spokesman of Minister of Tourism and Sports. He's also the extraordinary committee of several draft amendment bills concerning the safety and well-being of people of Thailand. That is, He was the committee to the Financial and Accounting Banking Institutions, House of Representatives, Joint Government Coordination Committee, member of the Chonburi House of Representatives, the 5th Constituency, and the Extraordinary Committee for the Draft Budget Bill. Moreover, he used to be the Pattaya City Mayor, as our president already mentioned, twice, from 2002 to 2008, and 2008 to 2016. Well, this is only some of his many, many working experiences to be mentioned right here. Ladies and gentlemen, today Mr. Ittipol will be sharing with us his opinion on Thainess sustainable tourism. With that, I ask that you give your full attention to Mr. Ittipol Khunplome and help me in welcoming him to the stage. Mr. Ittipol.
Good afternoon, all of the researcher participants, distinguished Mr. Kalin Sarasin, Professor Doken, Organizing Committee, the press, ladies and gentlemen. I myself, as a guest speaker, I cannot say that I'm a keynote speaker because of this conference. I'm very pleased and honored to join and to share the idea and to show you the figure and some of the strategy that the tourism of Thailand, especially on my duty now as a Vice Minister of the Tourism and Sport. Our minister, he's also the professor from the university. He's a lawyer. He's my teacher too, and also we work very closely and very busy now within the period of the tourism season. And also for this year, we can call the amazing Thainess year of the tourism. And for my PowerPoint presentation, I will share with you our affiliate, our number, our strategy, and to share with you how Thai, especially for the Thai agency, can do and support for the sustainable development in terms of the tourism. And also for this conference, I heard so many researcher, professor, all of the expertise in tourism come to join together as the UTTC, Washington State U, and even for our Thai friend, our Thai government officer will welcome all of you here for this conference. I would like to thank UTTC to invite Minister and inviting me to join for this event, and we hope you will have experience, you will make friends and long relationships among of your participants, and you will impress the program and visit many attractions in Thailand among this conference. And please know from our informations, and I will share some of the idea. Okay. Okay. Please switch to another presentation. This from the President. This from our second speaker. So that's okay. Just take your time. You can switch on the screen. It's okay. While there change to my presentation, I'd like to share in this period of time is, as we call, the raining season for Thailand, but also it's not the raining for the tourism. The tourism in Thailand, we have a strong policy to have no low season anymore. That's why our promotion is to promote tourism in terms of eco-tourism, cultural tourism, the Thainess or the Thai way tourism, and to visit our historical or national historical park in many parts, and also some of our private sector, they adapt our policy to develop their business. Even for this evening program, you will visit the Asiatic. It's owned by one of the top leading private sector in Thailand, the Thai beverage or Chang beer, Chang water. They own that places. They come join our government sector as private and public co-committee to meeting together to share the idea and to develop our tourism and our economy to have grow and reach the target that we have to join to go together, and we support with our budget and our policy. Okay, we'll start with our presentation with the Thainess and sustainable tourism. First, I would like to share about the affiliate, our agents of the Ministry of the Tourism and Sport. We have two lines of the affiliate from sport and from tourism. We have four. Our agency, the Ministry of Tourism and Sport, Department of Tourism, Tourist Police Bureau, and Tourism Authority of Thailand, TAT. You quite know our agents. One of the agents that you quite know, as you know from the news and for the tourism information about TAT. They're doing the marketing. We have 19 international office worldwide. Now our director from 19 office worldwide come back to Bangkok to join for the annual strategy for the year 2019. For this period of time, that's why all our overseas staff come back to Bangkok and to work together in terms of the tourism, and especially in the topic of the sustainable tourism too, with our affiliate agency. This percentage and the figure of the tourism in Thailand. You can see our inbound and domestic tourism is quite growing, but not that much because our target is around two figure both, but we only have 11% for inbound tourism. But our domestic is quite not growing as a target, but also we try to push our Thai people to travel around Thailand and to spend more when the vacation, when the terms of the tourism, and when after work as a tourist. The tourism receipt plus 9.747% in 2007 and 54 billion baht is quite around 6% of the GDP of Thailand. This is the number of international to around Thailand. We cannot deny that the most population in the world is China, if you come from China. That's why the people to visit Thailand as a foreign tourist is come from China. Mostly come from mainland China. Almost 10 million last year. Relatively from our ASEAN member, some from UK, Russia, India, Japan, Korea, respectively. This is our number. The total is 35.38 billion. It's growing 8.7% last year. But this year we hope is more increased, around 3 to 5%. It's not that much because of the world economy and because of some of the regions they have their own of economies crisis terms. We are the top 10 of the world as the international tourist destinations, and by the number of the arrival. The first international tourist arrival is France. The capital is Paris, is number 1. For Bangkok, we are number 8 of the top 10 capital city that international tourist arrival. The role of tourism in Thailand, that we have expenditure around 2.3 trillion baht, grow 8.46%. Employment opportunity, grow 2-digit, 11.71% total employment. And national economic drive, around 18.12% by national GDP. It's quite to share you to get the idea by the number. And for the tourism highlight, we have the good feedback from our international tourists. Mostly after their visit, we will have evaluation with them and get the feedback that received the number arrival. We joined UNWTO. Last 2 weeks, we just host for the 4th gastronomy tourism from UNWTO. The president of UNWTO had visited us. We welcome them and they really like. We will join the package and the program about gastronomy tourism in this year and for the next year future. As my presentation as Bangkok is the most popular city in the world for international travelers by MasterCard last year, the Global Destination City Index. And 9 restaurants in Bangkok named among 50 best restaurants in Asia. One in Oriental Hotel, two near this hotel. So many, you can find more information in the local Thai website, but they strongly recommend for the famous restaurant. It's called wongnai.com. WONGNAI. It means exclusive.com. Wongnai is in the Thai language. WONGNAI.com. It's all about restaurant and where to eat. And in every cuisine, every famous, you can find in the website. Massaman is the first popular menu. Tom Yam Kung. I'm sure every one of you already taste Tom Yam Kung. Som Tam, papaya salad or papaya pok pok. Pad Thai. Pad Thai also is one of the famous Thai dish. Pad Thai. If you're not for this trip, just try to taste for the evening. Okay, I'd like to share for the development plan, national tourism. It's a volume 2. It's used for next 5 years. We have review of the tourism related master plan since for the volume 1. We have 4 main input used by layout the framework, including both domestic and international perspective. For the main topic A, with the international domestic tourism industry, we analyze what happening. We have interviewing with expertise. We set up for the focus group. We review of the latest master plan. We send it to the National Tourism Council. We review the literature, what are they targeting. We also review for the best practice analysis. And NTDP Volume 1, we plan to assess what is missing, will improve from the Volume 2 of our National Tourism Development Plan. It's quite a structure that we review for our Volume 2 of the National Tourism Development Plan. By Asset 1, by study through the global of the Thailand tourism industry, to study the best in class, to study tourism-related master plan, to expert interview, to national focus group. We concluded and we doing the public hearing. After that, we draft and we send it to the National Tourism Development Office. We develop in the subcommittee. We have a national policy committee and also send it to cabinet to get approval from the cabinet by the national development plan and to approve the budget in each project by the national development plan. Okay, this is the vision for the next 20 years by the Thai National Tourism Development Plan. That to be the world leading quality destination through balances the development while leveraging Thainess to contribute significantly to the country socio-economy development and wealth distribution inclusively and sustainably. This is also the same of the topic for this conference too. We need inclusively and sustainably. There's also many things and many letters that we work as to reach the vision by the year 2036. This means in the next 20 years. As a vision, we have to aim to be the world leading quality destinations and contributing of the country economic transformations. Because of the location is our geographical, we are right on the center of the ASEAN community. We can claim that we are the mainland of the ASEAN because by the geographical in our ASEAN member 10 countries, Thailand is like on the center. We can, we are the hub and we can link to the border to our friends to join in terms of the tourism too. That's why we have balance and development. We have leverage Thainess. We add more Thai in the plan and also we contribute to the country and socio-economy development and wealth distribution and contribute sustainably. To be the world leading quality destinations to balance and development leveraging Thainess. That's why we can call the Thainess sustainable tourism. We put in the vision and we do by the mission. It's quite more later, but okay, I will explain and conclude this very shortly. To be the world leading as a vision and we offering and sustainability, we infrastructure and amenities, the human capital for the branding and the marketing, governments, regulations, we quite adjust and reform in some of the comments and some of the complaints from the people who work in the tourism industry, even for Thais, even for our foreign guests, even for the terms of academy from the university or from the people in every classes, that we include all the comments from them and we come to adjust our regulations to offering for the sustainability. We have 5-year strategic assist from last year to 2021. Strategy 1 to develop of the tourism attractions, products, service, including promotion, sustainability in attraction, culture, and environment. You quite may know our one of the famous island, PP Islands. For last month, we just closed for 4 months to let the beach come come renourished and come to to have more clean and to let them like re-nourish themselves. And so many tourist attraction that we try to let them growing relatively, not too fast, not we concerned about loading capacity. That's not too much tourists come. That's why it's maybe we will take the time and we have to balance from demand and supply in each tourist attraction. Strategy 2, to develop an improvement to support infrastructure, that we support the larger volume of the tourist arrival. We expand the terminal of airport in the regions, even in Suvarnabhumi, in Suvarnabhumi airport, that we also in the second phase that we have to, that we under construction for the expansions. Facilitates for domestic travel through improvement of the logistic, to train, to the highway. Now many highway under construction for the new route of the highway. We link from the central to the northeastern. We start the project from the northern of the high-speed train, northern part of Thailand, to the eastern part of Thailand, that we join with the Chinese government for the high-speed train. Okay, strategy 3, to development, and we develop the human resource in the tourism industry, that the tailor of the marketing of the market dynamic and enhance capabilities of those employed into the tourism industry to gain the competitiveness. It's very interesting about to have more competitiveness in terms of the tourism industry, because especially like in this training for Washington State University, that they join with the UTTC, and to invite all of you here to join this conference is one of the like a strategy to develop as the competitiveness, to improve competitiveness in the term of the tourism industry. Strategy 4, to reinforce the Thailand as a quality and safe destination, to employ the target marketing into the attract and encourage visit from specific segment, to promote and emphasize uniqueness of Thailand's and individual destinations, and to encourage domestic tourism to create locations and time balance. And 5, to empower marketing campaign to the stakeholder collaboration and the technologies. And strategy 5, we promote a good management and good governance to support effective tourism and development. We improve and integrate tourism-related laws, regulations, and standards to support the tourism development. Like Professor Doken said, they have an exchange program, they have a training course that also we organize, and we join with the university and institute, many institutes here in Thailand, to set the training course and to develop for the law, for the career, for the more skill in the tourism career, and to encourage the private investment, and to establish of the tourism intelligence center. Like now we can convert our tourism information center to be the intelligence, the center. It's more than the information. It can be the tourist police helping center, to be the like a one-stop service to support and assist for our tourists and assistance for the foreigner, to improve international collaboration for tourism development. And for issue-based development, we have to concern for the issue-based like medical and wellness. We have support for many foreign investors who come to Thailand to invest, to start their business as a medical rehabilitation center. One in south part of Bangkok, one in province in the eastern part, one in the south, in the northern part of Thailand. As I heard, is now 3 medical center or rehabilitation center invested by the foreign investor. The senior tourism for all. We are concerned with the universal design to let every group of the people can access the tourism attraction, like a wheelchair, like elderly, like pregnancy ladies, have a family, have a more group of the family tourism. MICE, meeting, incentive, convention, and exhibition is also our policy to support. And green, eco, and sustainable tourism. We have many adventure park in eastern part, mostly in northern part of Thailand. Sport tourism. This year, around October, we Thailand host for the MotoGP Thailand. It's the first time in Thailand, and we host for 3 years. This year, next year, 2020, we host for the MotoGP, and many tennis, badminton, cycling, swimming, many that Thailand have host for international sport event. And next 2 months, we will join for the Asian Games in Indonesia. Maritime tourism, mostly from the southern part of Thailand, and Muslim-friendly tourism is one of the topics that we get the issue from the Muslim country, especially in terms of the halal food, that we have to improve our quality and standard, and recommend more about Muslim-friendly tourism. We have many mosques in Bangkok. We have one of the beautiful community, Muslim community, that they have their own products, they have their own culture. One in Ayutthaya, one in Chonburi near my area, Pattaya, and also mostly our Muslim people live in southern part of Thailand. That is issue-based development for sustainable tourism of Thailand. Next is about area-based. If you think about the area-based, we define as a cluster. Northern part, we can call Lana cluster, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Lamphun, Lampang, Tak province. You can call the cluster. You can enjoy with the northern temple, very beautiful temple with the scenic view of the northern part of Thailand for the Lana cluster. For the Klong River or Mekong, Greater Mekong River cluster. For the Cultural World Heritage cluster in Sukhothai, in Uttaradit, in many provinces in Thailand, we can claim as the Royal Coast cluster, Chumphon, Hua Hin, Andaman cluster, Phuket, Krabi, Active Beach cluster, Pattaya, Rayong, Chao Phraya River cluster from Ayutthaya, Samut Prakan, Bangkok. You can join as area base. This recommendations that we promote as a must-visit cities. Northern part from the cluster Lampang, Lamphun, the timeless city. The Phetchabun, Phitsanulok, mountain of flower and mist. Nan, Phrae is lovely whisper among the stars. Northeast, Buriram, Surin, you will visit the castle of the 2 eras. Loi, Chayapum, the coolest and happiness. The central part of Thailand, the Samut Songkhram, Nakhon Pathom, the city of Thai, and the 3 times, Ratchaburi for the floating market, and Suphanburi as the community. For the eastern part, as my hometown, Trat, Rayong Islands, and Off Dream, Chantaburi, Sa Kaeo is paradise. It's also the border of the Cambodia too. It's the paradise, golden of fruit. You can taste and enjoy many mangosteen, durian, rambutan, and many fruit in that 2 provinces. The southern part of Thailand, you always know, Phuket, Chumphon, Ranong, Nakhonศรีธรรมราช Pathalung. This promote as not a major city. This we can call alternate city. Amazing Thailand Tourism Year. This year also we promote as the Thailand uniqueness. You can enjoy the Thai challenge activities. We have host many challenge activities like world cheerleader contest, the Thai festivities, in many festivities of Thai that we organize in abroad, like a Thai festival in Japan, Tokyo, in Osaka, in Sydney, in many that we have the Thai embassy that we let our Thai embassy to arrange as a Thai festival. The Thai treasury and luxury, the Thai creative experience, the Thai wisdom. This time you have to try the Thai massage. The Thai way of life, the Thai serenity. There's many uniqueness of Thai. Not only for taste the Thai food, Thai massage you can enjoy in many unique of Thai and Thainess. Sustainable tourism policy is quite a lot of the sustainable tourism policy that we promote as a green tourism project. Green, recycle, reuse, sustainable development projects. We have to go from 8.9 to 12 to 14.7. We joined with the UNWTO, sufficiency economic philosophy, to follow our King Ramanite philosophy, global sustainable tourism criteria. It's a picture that can you figure out. The green tourism strategy, the three strategies to develop the green tourism resources. That's why we necessary to close some of the famous beach for 4 months to get them back, to create and to effective the mechanism for support the green tourism, to supporting and marketing for the green tourism. Because the trend of the world now is concerned about the green, about the environment, reuse, recycle. That's why we also comply and follow. Sustainable tourism development project, we also develop the policy for we monitoring the system. We develop as a handbook that TAT, Tourism Authority of Thailand, we also create the pocket book or the handbook. Even for the blind, we also have the 19 tourist attraction for the blind that we have the bell. We have also the book for the blind. We also promote the logo of the sustainable development by UNWTO. It's ecotourism by Tourism Authority of Thailand. We have green heart, green logistic, green attractions, green activities, green community, green services, green plus as a 7 green that we create as the ecotourism. Sustainable tourism management is a small footage for the big reward. Together we can do it. It's everyone's responsibility to help maintain that the attraction, to promote and to let the people, especially for the local people, that they are like to let their attitude to be one of their belong, there to let they come to involve, to more welcome tourists and come to have to join the big cleaning and to preserve for their own tourist attractions. Is to reduce low of the emission pollution, to low energy consumption, to positive impact on the environment, and natural resources and wildlife, and to enhance for the historic heritage and authentic culture and uniqueness of the community, into many topic in each part, in each in each region that we come to promote, even to our local people, to know about sustainable tourism management, to let them come to join with our government officer as set up as a community committee to preserve and to develop in each tourist attraction. We create a green guideline when visiting the green community, who let everyone can help to maintain community and traditions and manner. Manner is very important to tell our visitor to know about the manner and respect and follow the local do. Like when we go to the temple, some that we have to take off the shoes, we have to change the short pant to the skirt, and some we have to respect the rule and follow the rule by the local, to let them know. And I think it's one of the one of the charm that especially for the foreign people come to come to know from the culture, come to know from the Thai culture in its attractions too. Okay, this is the conclude. Like I said from the beginning of my presentation, about to share by the number and the strategy and some of our policy in terms of the ecotourism and sustainable development. I think it's a little bit involved by the policy, but I think the major move is mainly from the people. It's mainly from our community. The government policy is one of the part, but actually I think it's about to collaborations. Law enforcement is not the answer. Law enforcement, I think, is only the part of the government sector is only. But I think to let them involve and to let them understand how to develop as a sustainable, how to preserve of their resources, how to promote their own attractions as their own belongs, as their own community base, as their own issue base, and to let them have a better life, have more income, have more visitor, and by the way, have good for the young generation in the community too. I think sustainable development for tourism is about to let people to trust and to respect each other in each part, in each place, and to come join together and to give honor each other, that okay, you have the role or to have the rule like this, we follow you, we respect, and if we go to another place, you can respect and to join in each role of the life, the way of life, and to to support. And some of the comments and some of the like to try to help to develop some, to share the experience like you come to join for this conference. I think the most objective for this conference is to share the idea, not only to present your research. I think it's to sit together and to share some of the idea and go to the places you never been visit before, and to taste and to have more friends from the conference. I think my presentation is maybe a part of your idea, that you can have more idea, and you can search from the information by Tourism Authority of Thailand, tat.go.th, and also by the ministry, mots.go.th. You can find more information about the tourism development plan, about the affiliate agency, and more contact with our tourist police assistance. And I do hope you will enjoy among your joining the conference and any other program that the host have been arranged for you, will be arranged for you. And Also, please enjoy for the next presentation from the President and the Chairman of the Board Director of the TAT Tourism Authority of Thailand for the next presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. ขอบคุณครับ
Okay, also thank you very much for your insightful and very clear information about Thainess sustainable tourism. Is there any question from the floor? We probably get one question. Okay, a gentleman over there.
Sir.
Excuse me.
Oh, thank you. It's a very, very beautiful presentation. We have learned so much. I'm from South Africa, and when I saw the Tourism Police Bureau, I was very impressed because we have a small challenge of safety and security in the country, and there was a discussion about that. So we'll possibly follow in academic writing and advise the state on that. Hey, this is current operational in Thailand. So thank you, sir.
Thank you. I think we can share for the experience. I think many countries you have the agents like this, but in Thai, I think we a lot more in terms of the to let our tourism, to let our visitor as a friend, as a cousin. That's why every children go to school. Teacher always teach that you have to smile when you see the foreigner, like a land of smile, like a Thai smile. It's also work for the century. I think like this, yeah. People more friendly. I think by Thai people attitude, I think it's more friendly when we meet for the foreign visitor, especially for the foreign tourists. I think more friendly than we talk with Thai and Thai people. It's more calm and it's more like a more compromise. Yeah. Okay, thank you for your question and thank you that you joined the conference. ขอบคุณครับ
Okay, thank you all. We are sorry that we have very limited time. Probably you can ask him during the break if he is around. Okay, so we will move on. Ladies and gentlemen, shall I start? Right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like now to introduce to you another distinguished guest speaker for this afternoon. A photo feature first. Okay, I'm sorry. Would you please have a group photo in the front again? Group photo, right. So after this, would you please turn your back so that you could take the group photo with the whole participant? Thank you. So everyone cheers. Thank you, everyone. So, okay, right? Wait just a moment. I think in the meantime, while we're waiting for our guest speaker, let me introduce, but he's not here. Is that okay? The Asiatic is 6 o'clock just, right? The part right here, And have you had any idea about Asiatic before? So you're going to find out a lot there. It looked like some kind of the old storage house in the past. And then they change it into something interesting. You enjoy meals, restaurant, and a lot of souvenirs that you can buy at home. And we have the big wheelchair. If you're not afraid of height or hygrophobia, you enjoy. And if the weather is like on you, so you enjoy like that big wheel. Maybe one is not enough. You might want twice and the third time, okay? So prepare yourself. And how about the dress code? Probably as you like it, okay? Because it is not like when you enter the temple, you need to probably behave. Right here is your own. Enjoy yourself, okay? Pardon me? Any outfit is okay. It is outdoor, but you can walk indoor because a lot of like shops. You can like shopping, bring a lot of money. Okay. That's the most important. But the food is interesting. It's delicious. There are many varieties for you to choose. Okay. It's something that I think it's a good idea to turn the storage house into something like the tourist spot. Instead of let it deserted and nothing, right? This is not scary. You find that the area is pretty crowded, traffic congestion at night, nightlife. Life just started, probably after 7. Okay. So wait a while. I think for the plenary session or the talk, for the coffee break, maybe you have to help yourself a little bit faster. We were sorry for that because it is something that it can happen. Okay, we try our best actually. Okay, let's start. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like now to introduce to you another distinguished guest speaker, not keynote, for this afternoon, Mr. Kalin Sarasin, who is currently the chairman of the Thai Chamber of Commerce and the Board of Trade of Thailand. And he also the chairman of the Tourism Authority of Thailand Board of Directors and Director Government Liaison and Public Affairs of Siam Commercial Group Company Limited. Let me introduce Mr. Kalin.
Siam Cement, not Siam Commercial Group.
Oh, I'm sorry for that. Thank you. He received his Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering from Lehigh University, the United States of America. He got his Master of Business Administration from University of Notre Dame, the same country, and joined the Advanced Management Program from Harvard University, right? The United States of America. His working experiences, just to name some, are Managing Director of SCG Trading Company Limited, Division Manager Cement Marketing Siam Cement Industry Company Limited, and Division Manager Project Service Siam Cement PLC. In addition, he had been an honorary advisor to many institutions such as the National Research Council of Thailand, Board of the National Geoinformatics, National Reform Steering Assembly member, Board of Director of Toyota Motors, Board of Director of Kasikorn Bank, and Board of the Council of the Thai Red Cross. He has also contributed to the Thai nation with the concept of the 3 basic factors: security, safety, and hygiene, with the emphasis on the value and development of the products in tourism industry. And ladies and gentlemen, today, he will be sharing with us his expert opinion. I have to say expert, because I've found out that he has been an expert in this kind of topic, Thailand Tourism and Services 4.0. So with that, I ask you to give your full attention to Mr. Kalin Sarasin and help me in welcoming him to the stage right now. Mr. Kalin.
Thank you very much. Vice Ministers, all the professors, I'm very glad to be here. And I understand that most of you are professors in university, right? Okay, and half of them are here, another half outside. I hope them they will come here, inside room sometimes, you know. First of all, I would like to talk about what the economy in Thailand is doing. Right now, our growth, GDP growth is around 4.2 to 4.5% growth this year. And hopefully by the end of this year, around this, about 5%. And 4 or 5 years ago, it was about minus 8%, minus 0.8%. So right now, after coup d'etat, the economy is getting better and better, right? You know why? You know why the economy is getting better? Because the country is safe. Safety and security is very important for tourism. And the moment last year we have about 35.6 million visitors to Thailand. We are ranked like maybe the 6th in the world. And the Bangkok, we rank the 1st in the world that people visit. You know, so because, you know, our country is safe, you know. So actually, they don't care about democracy. The tourists don't care about democracy or not, as long as it's safe, they will come. Right? So this is the economies right now. So I'd like to overview overall what the economy is in Thailand right now. So the GDP growth, GDP 2017, it consists of the sectors, 3 big sectors. One is industrial, about 36.2%, and service about 55%, and agriculture about 8.2%. This is GDP growth, GDP of the countries. But if you, okay, this is the number here. I transferred it down here. But if you put into the labor, number of laborers, you can see that agriculture about 31%. Okay, you can see that growth. I mean, the growth GDP 8.2%, but you turn to the labor 31% of the labor. Okay, industrial 36%. You get GDP, the money come for the countries, and industrial 16.3% is for labor using. For service, 55% for GDP, using people 52%. What's it mean? What's it mean that the GDP from the agriculture is not in balance? You see, you have a lot of people and generate very low income. Yeah. But industry, you can get more income. And service is about the same. Right? In the future, Thailand, they will move to more advanced industry. That means they're using less and less people. And also they've used automated and also use of robotic. So these people have to move somewhere. They can see the trend. This since 1998. This is a labor force, 41% in service, 14% industry, and then 45% in agriculture. You can see that from 1998 until 2017, you know, the numbers roughly has come back to 31% in agriculture, 52% service, and 16% industry. That means in the future we move more and more to service. And mainly of the service is tourism. Okay? If the country is, developed countries, that means that you have to have the GDP in service sector about 70%. In Japan about 70%, Singapore 74%, and US about 80%. But at the moment right now, 55%. That means in the future, Thailand will be moved more and more into service. Okay, service is a key point. And right now we have a high growth in hotel and service more and more. And he said, what type of service is high growth? You can see it probably, you sit in the back of the room, you can see it. The hotel and service is very high growth here, and transportation, financial service, education, all these are high service. Last year, tourism consists about 20% of GDP, so quite big of the numbers. More than 10 years ago, we have tourists around 10 million. And right now it's growth very fast to 35 million. They employ people, about 4.4 million people, about 11% of the total workforce. And investment in tourism about 104.8 billion baht. And revenue generate income, direct and indirect, about 400 billion baht. So it's quite a lot and generate a lot of income from tourism. This is a value chain in Thailand for tourism. You know, for example, you book a booking and then airlines and all this accommodation or shopping. All these are value chains. You can see that the numbers of the generation, the revenue from the value chain, about 25% has come from accommodations, 24% come shopping, 21% from food, 11% from entertainment, and 10% from logistics. In the old days, we survey people. Why you come to Thailand, and what do you do in Thailand? All these. They said, okay, they come to Thailand to visit to many places. But right now, different. They want to come to eat Thai food. That's why they come to Thailand. So this is a good way of doing it, right? Yeah. Okay, you see that eat and also accommodations that they pay a lot. We have many good hotels in Thailand and very good, clean hotel in Thailand. Yeah. This is the number of tourists and the revenue. See that in the past, 2008, around 14 million people, and go up, and come down when they have the crisis in Thailand, and then after that we jump up, you know, to about 35 millions. And this year, roughly around 38 millions. You know, 35 millions, about 1/3 has come from China, and the rest, like 1 million, that the minister show you the numbers. And this is a revenue. You see, the revenue has come up and up. You know. Okay, this is similar what the minister said, that the 2017, the revenue 2.75 trillion baht, growth about 10% from the year before, and then visitors about 35 millions, and we generate income, growth about 12%, and domestic tourists about 0.9 trillion baht, and growth about 6%. Okay. We're using tourists as a mean to generate income to rural areas, to narrow the gap of the rich and the poor. So this is a number that a minister showed you before, that one third of visitors come from China. More than half is FIT. More than half of Chinese visitors right now are FIT. And about 60% of the whole tourists, more than half of 35 million people is FIT. They come on their own. You can see that Malay 3.3, and then after that, we call 1 million club. Many countries 1 million club, and UK 1.01 is just above 1 million club. You can see the number of Malays dropped down. The problem with Malay dropped down because of the border. Sometimes immigration office said, okay, close the border, open the border. Something is not coincide yet in Thai government official. You know, for us, TAT, we promote the people to come to countries. But some official government, they said, oh, you know, not yet. Be concerned about the safety of the people, so they bar people from coming to countries. Sometimes you can see a long line in the airport. Sometimes they have to fix all these things to make it more convenient for the tourists to come. So this is revenue. You can see the majority come from China. Right? You see that UK, Korea, Japan, but UK in the past, see that he's about, the ranking is about top 10, right? Only 1 million, but generate income about number 5. You see that. USA also a lot. And Russian, you see Russian generate high income also. You see Russian is about maybe number 6. Number 6 number of tourists, but generate income at number 2. You know, in the old days, Russian, we come, a lot of Russian came, and with the pay very low spending. You know, but right now we have more high purchasing power. Russian came. Yeah. Okay, this is the revenue. Yeah. Growth more than 11%. Domestic growth about 6%. Okay, this is China. See that? Okay, this is and see about month by month. Okay, so right now, who is your first time to Thailand? Okay, number of people. You might not know Thailand is right now we located right in the center of ASEAN. You know, ASEAN is like maybe we have 10 countries, 5 countries around this area, another 5 is island. Yeah. So we located at the center of ASEAN. So right now the connectivity is very important. These 5 countries connecting from Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam, we are connected by road. So this around this area consists of about 200 million people, and another 5 countries about 200 million people. So this is quite larger numbers. So last week we have a meeting we call ECMEC. ECMEC is come from Irrawaddy, is a river here, Chao Phraya River in Thailand, also Mekong up here. So we connecting 5 countries in this forum called ECMEC. So he said, how can we connectivities all these, and also including the tourism. So Thailand would be a center, and then we want to be the center that the people in around the world can come and get the visa. For example, like Schengen, you can come to one country and you can go along either in ASEAN or ECMEC countries. We try to move like that, and also across the board easier. Okay, and also when we plan, we want to have like 2 countries, 1 destination, maybe 3 countries or 4 countries, 1 destination. Once you come, and you can stop by many countries. That's our plan. And out of 35 million visitors last year, 17.6 million come from ASEAN. The traveler within our ASEAN, about half. Yeah. And people come to Thailand. 15% we collect the numbers. We are connecting to other countries within ASEAN. You see the road. This is Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, and also Vietnam. So the road, this is the plan, should be connected. But right now, about maybe 60% are connected already. Yeah. This is about the border trade. We trade along border. This is also the route that we plan, that we want to come and then visitors. For example, you come to Phitsanulok here, you can drive along and go to Myanmar, to Yangon. And from here, you can go to Laos and go to south part of China. And go to Laos and connecting to Khon Kaen or Udon Thani in northeast of Thailand. And connecting from the eastern part of Thailand, you connected to Siem Reap in Cambodia. And also from the eastern part of Thailand, connected to Phnom Penh in Cambodia. So this is we like to plan the activities connecting to each other. And also this one is the plan we call Tourim Khong. Tourim Khong is rim is mean near, like Tour de Khong. You know, this is a Mekong River. This Laos is Thai. So we plan to have these 7 provinces connected to each other, and also how can we segment the people who want to come to see cultures, see adventure, or slow life people for sport, for romantic, have a special lifestyles. So we call this project called Khu Isan. The people can come and tour the Rim Khong and also see the cultures in many places. And for example, if the sports, you can go ride bike. And right now we have around this area, we have very good bike ride in Nakhon Phanom. We want to extend it along this way. So the people can bike ride and also at the same time that they can stay at a good hotel along Mekong River. We want to do something similar to an European do. Right? And this is another one we promoted to promote this we call secondary city. There are about 55 secondary cities that we want to promote. And been promoted for a while, and then also we said go local. So when you go local, you have activities in local and also culture in local. And also this is we call Amazing Thai Tea. I'll explain to you afterward. For the cultural activities here. Okay, this is very important about the inclusive tourism. You know, you can see that in the level 1, what I showed you before, the value chain of tourism in Thailand. But, you know, if you increase activities, more income to the people in the first level. For example, if the hotel you sell very well, that means you have to expand the hotel. You know, when you expand the hotel, that means you need more buildings. So people have to go hire people for the building. So that's another ring that you involve. But if you're in a restaurant, if you sell very well in restaurants, that means the farmer has to grow more. And have to grow more food and have more pig, more chickens. So that's another ring. And this is about the government. If you have more people in government, have to increase more people to service the tourists. So this is the second ring. So the third ring, they said, oh, I'm not involved, you know, with tourism. I just, you know, people normal in Thailand, but we're not involved. But they're affected by tourism also. For example, in some city in the north, for example, in Nan province, people in Nan, they said, oh, I'm not involved with tourism at all. I'm just staying in Nan. But one day, TAT will promote Nan to be one of the tourist spots. So right now, Nan is full of cars, so affected. So he's also affected. So he involved with the third ring. They said, okay, how can we do, you know, the first ring, second ring, and third ring? How can we get all people involved and in the plan and the voice, all of them, you know, how can we do it? Yeah. Yeah. So this is very important. So the inclusive tourism, this is one of the things that we have to concern about it. And also opportunities. Right now, in the whole world, I think it's more and more aging societies, including Thailand. Thai people also have elderly people. Within about 5 years, it will be more and more elderly people. The same thing that, you know, in other countries around this region, also aging societies. So we have in 3 segments. The first one is independent living. That means that people can come. You know, they're aging, but they come. You know, they don't need people much, but they come to hospital by themselves and do like that. And they live in their home. They're only old people. You know, but in the next level, they call assisting living. That means that retirement. People retire, they want to stay, and they want people to help. They need an assistant when they live there. But if you're getting more and more old, maybe you lay in bed, called nursing home. Maybe we really need assisting living, also nursing home. People help you 100%. So that these opportunities of this part in this region, especially in Thailand. So right now in Chiang Mai, this business is become, you know, more and more attractive to Switzerland people or, you know, Japanese people. They come and have a facility like this in Thailand. Yeah. You see that, you know, retirement home project in Thailand, A lot of people do it. This is from Swiss, open Chiang Mai. And also this is another opportunities we call amazing Thai host. We see that this in Canadian, who come from Canada? Anyone? No one? From Canada, this is a Canadian at Calgary Airport. They use old people come to help volunteer work. We call white hat. And this is Japanese. Anyone from Japan? Japan. This is from volunteer from Japan, Korea, in Tokyo. Right. But this is in Thailand. We have it last year. So this one we use retired people come to help and conduct where it's a good place to visit. And sometimes this is not safe. This is safe. So that we hide these people do it. This is another opportunity that how can we using your elderly people to work. This is another one that new opportunities. Thailand, we try to promote. This is called new S-curve, the growth of new engines. So this you can see that in food for the futures, medical and health, wellness, this is also generate more income in the futures. And this is a project called EEC, Eastern Economic Corridor, that the government is pushing right now. In the eastern part of Thailand, we have 3 airports now, Don Mueang, Suvarnabhumi, and also Ittipol. So the government will connect this 3 airports with a high-speed train. That should be done within maybe 3 years. Right now, starting already. Okay, start bidding right now already. Once it finishes, so the connectivity between this city would be nice, and also we can promote all these 3 cities in EEC. But programs for promoting this EEC for tourism, we have this city called Pattaya. Anyone know Pattaya? The name Pattaya. Yeah. Pattaya is here at this location where the minister house around this area. So we want to have this area we call B leisure destination. So that means business and leisure destination. So we have to do business also. We can drive to here to work. At the same time, you have the leisure destinations. We want to have like a health and wellness tourism, and also the MICE city around this area. And also, we like to have the cruise master plan. Right now, the cruise terminal in Thailand is not world standard yet. So we try to promote as a cruise tourism master plan, and also we should have a standard. And we have to see the business model, either home port or port of call, and see that how can we do it. We have many ports, but right now it's not deep enough for the water. This is in Pattaya. We want to do something that exciting to the world, that maybe, if it's possible, that in San Francisco we have Pier 39, right? So we want to do something like that at Pier 39 in San Francisco. We call Pattaya on Pier. This is we like to have this part in Pattaya. And the other day I talked to a minister that maybe we have to push this forward. How can we do it? But I don't know how to, but we like to have one, right? And this is now opportunities, in the future, where in the service, more advanced service, we need more robotic, more AI. At the same time, we have to train the new people to work in the tourism, especially healthcare, how we do it now. And e-commerce is very important. Right now, Alibaba is coming to play in Thailand. So, University of Thai Chamber of Commerce, we also we have a right to train people to do the e-commerce for Alibaba. This said Chinese buy durian in the website, 1 minute, 80,000 durian within 1 minute. So this is using e-commerce. Okay, another one is about trade and service, 0.0. And how can we use trade and service? So that means in 4.0, that means we have to use digitized economies and also creative economies. At the same time, right now, Thai people want to promote the cultural economy to help. So if you link all these three together, that means have sufficient economies. This is the secret of Thai, Thainess. When you come to Thailand, people, have a healthy heart. I mean, a smile, hospitalities. We have thoughtfulness, help. You can see that in Thailand, and happy and trust. This is called Thai cultures. We mean that. So at the moment, we have one of the young guy. He really good in doing this robot. I use the Thainess to do it. Thainess like to care people. So use the robot called Dinsor mini robot. So assist for the elderly care. So this is in Japan. He sell to Japan hospitals and elderly care facilities. So this is the one always talk to the elderly. At the same time, said, the time to eat medicine, time to talk, time to exercise, like that. So this sell very well in China, in Japan. They call it Dinsor robot. And this is also televised right now in Thailand. Is coming to play for the healthcare, long distance clinics. And also when we pay Starbucks, right now we can pay by this already. Service. Also in Thai, we focus to emotional Thainess. When you massage like this, so we have, good massage, something like in Bali. This is also utilized. The digital technologies come to play with tourism. Once you get the data, so we can analyze more and more. The branding is also very important. Right now, we're using amazing everything. If people said amazing, you have to consider it's Thailand. So, amazing Thailand, amazing Thai taste. That means we have very good food. People come to Thailand, amazing. You can see that in the airport. Many counters say amazing Thai taste, amazing taste. So we promote it. And also this was amazing Thai taste. I'll explain to you afterward. In Japan, more than 10, 20 years ago, they have a strategy, national strategy called Cool Japan Strategy. This Cool Japan Strategy, they focus in the fashion of Japanese, about Japanese food, Japanese cultures, many things like that. So people have to go to Japan to touch this Japanese food, the reality of these cultures. At the same time, Korea, they are called Korea Wave. They also push in cultural economies. They have, Dajangum. Dajangum. I'm not sure your country have it or not. That the story soap opera is about the lady cooking with the culture of Korea. This and also K-pop, the music K-pop. So that's become the using in the cultural economies. Now around this region, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar, are very crazy about Korean star, Korean singers, all these. So the using this is cultural economies. So what we want to do is how you use the culture plus creativities, add values to the countries. How can we do it? So this is our theme, the cultural economy. This is very important. So what we do, we call Thai Te. Thai Te is, you said that how can we use a local culture plus creativities and innovation become Thai Te. Right? Thai Te said how can we add value to the provinces with innovation and creativities. So what we do is have to match up demand and supply. So demand, how can we think that, how can we create the product and service with the local communities, show their identities, say this is cool, we call it cool, like this. And also this is demand, create demand. And for supply side, we have to go help the village. Can we help the village to see the product and service? This is cool, they call it, have to go, this is cool. Yeah. For example, like this. So this is the movie that we show in place. Use Thai old music to create the movie. This is one of famous movie stars. Use old Thai music. In the morning, up here. That's in the east, Thailand. In the afternoon, in the south Thailand. And also this in northeast. In the south. It's at night, northeast. Northeast.
เมืองไทยสวยทุกที่เท่ทุกเวลา Amazing ไทยเท่การท่องเที่ยวแห่งประเทศไทย
At the end they said that in Thailand is cool everywhere in every time. So please go to Thailand. Local tourism more and more. So this will be the clip that we promote within in Thailand. So. And also this cultural economy also. This movie, the soap opera, is about how they call all Jiao, right? So this come out maybe 3-4 months ago, and this is all natural, the old Thai dress that we have like this, and we dressed like this a long time, 400-500 years ago, and the movie is like flashback to the old days, and she's come from the present time, and flashback to the old day, reincarnation, something like that. So it's become very popular movie. So once the movies come up, so people dress in Thai, a lot of them in Bangkok, in other countries. So this use the cultural economy to promote it also. Yeah. Especially they go back to the ancient city. In this one, UTI, you visit tomorrow, right? Or Friday, UTI. So you might visit all these places. If you want to be in trend, so you have to wear, something like this. Right. So I'm also president of Thai Japanese Association. We have a Japanese village there, and this Japanese village we also renovated. And normally we have about 3,500 people per month, but once this movie come up, we have about 12,000 people came, 4 or 5 times they come. Yeah. So this is a cultural economy. Yeah. There's Japanese village to talk about. Yeah. She said this is the number. Normally people are like this, but this jump up when the movie come in. Yeah. So it's quite good. And this is the roadmap, a Thai roadmap. Demand, supply is very important. For demand side, we do it by TAT, Thai Tourism Authority of Thailand. And we said, okay, we focus on Thai tourism, Thai tourists. And supply side, we do by Thai Chamber of Commerce and partners. We help to develop the product and services to, with creativity, how can make it cool. And how can Thai tourists proud to use Thai product. And this is how we want our plan to do it. Second phase, the foreign tourists, and also how can we develop product at the international standards. So foreign visitor, we come and buy Thai product with good standard. At the end game, we think that when the tourists come to Thailand, we said, oh, this is good product. And also we export Thai products abroad, and you can buy Thai product in your hometown. This is our plan. Right? Okay, this is end of my presentation. I open the floor for your questions. I hope that maybe you can have some ideas what we are doing right now. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am Professor Dale Budu from the Philippines, and this is actually my second time to be in Thailand, and I would like to inform everyone that I really love Thailand so much, and I really want to go back to Thailand over and over again if I'm given the privilege. But I would just like to make a certain comment about this one, because one of the common problems that we encountered, provided what you have presented earlier, you are claiming that tourism is actually going to be a drive of economy of Thailand. And one of the bad experiences that I actually got from the people of Thailand is that they cannot actually speak fluent in English, and they don't even know how to understand the basic slippers or how much. They don't understand that one. And even in directions, they cannot actually give us the exact directions. And I would just like to ask now, what is the move, or what is now the status of, or the action of the government towards English proficiency, maybe, of the Thai, especially those who are giving the services to the tourists? Do you have this program for English proficiency for your people? Thank you so much.
Thailand, we understand that the English or second language is the key, for our progress in the future. So the government listen to us right now that we have to penetrate. People learn more English in Thailand. Government is trying, and on behalf of private sector, we got help also. Right? Government right now, they have a program called Partnership School. The Partnership School that is come out with the scheme of the government have the school, either kindergarten, high school, vocational school, that the private sector can take this school and operate by yourself. And government will have the same budget. But whatever you pitch in with your money, you can get the tax refund 200%. So right now it's coming about maybe 2 months already, and people participate like 56 schools at the moment. And a lot of them is about implementation of new type of studies and more education in foreign languages, something like that. So we are alert about it. Yeah. At the same time, if you 4.0, that means that you can have the application. For example, myself, I went to Japan. I cannot speak Japanese, but I have application. You can show in the sign and you can know what's going on. What does it mean? If you 4.0, you can use application. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Oh, thank you, sir. I was very interested when.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from the beautiful country called South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful countries in the top 2 in the whole world. No, guys, the truth. I mean, it is the truth.
Yeah,
you can
Cape
go.
Town.
Yeah, no, it's we define it as the world in one.
Yes.
It's amazing. The great wine.
Yes.
All the weather conditions from desert up
Confirmed,
until. Yeah, no. Yeah. So I saw you speaking on the issue of health tourism, and I know a lot of in the East like from India, Singapore, health tourism is very, very, big. And just out of interest, you indicated that you guys have got an aging population. Would this country ever consider having active euthanasia, like...
Active what?
Active euthanasia. Euthanasia.
Active. What was it? What does it mean? What does it mean?
Euthanasia is like mercy killing. Yeah, for the old people.
Oh, no, we can't kill people. Huh? Huh? No, we cannot do that in Thailand.
Oh, okay, no, I just wanted to find out.
No, right now, I didn't want to say it to you. Right now, Thai people we have very good for health and wellness. They said in Thai people said if above the head you want to change your face, that you go to Korea, they're the best. But below your head, come to Thailand. Yes, we are the best in the transvestite. You change, yeah.
So
And also another one, right now, I didn't say in here, but we go out, very sensitive in Thailand, but we go out to European, America, LBGA, what do you call it? LBGA? LGBT. So this is also, we are promoting, LGBT. Actually in Thailand it's very open, but same time it's sensitive. But we promote outside, but cannot promote inside. Yeah. Please.
Is there
Anyone
any
else?
question from the floor?
Hi, my name is Anne-Marie Nicely.
Where?
Originally from Jamaica, from the island of Jamaica, but I work at Purdue University. And I wanted to ask you, is there a problem of visitor harassment in Thailand? And if there is, what are some measures being taken now to address the problem?
The sexual harassment is not that much.
Visitor harassment doesn't have to be sexual. Visitor harassment. It doesn't have to be sexual.
Physical,
no,
physical harassment.
visitor, tourist.
Oh, visitor. Oh, okay.
Tourist harassment.
Okay. I thought sexual harassment. Sorry.
No.
Visitor harassment. Okay. We also try to, help. For sometimes the people in the when you sell. The people want to sell you many products, and sometimes you annoy you or not harass, but annoy you. Buy. Sometimes this annoy the tourists. So sometimes we have to help the tourists also that take these people away. Yeah, we're concerned on that. Also, sometimes we have to tell our tourist police come to help. Yeah. In many locations we got complaint. We have to help. Yeah. It's annoying. It's not harass that much. It's how annoy people, and sometimes the very bad languages also. Yeah. We are concerned about that also. Yeah. Maybe the minister, you can answer some part of it. Yeah, go on. Harass them.
About
In this
visitor
topic,
harassment.
it's quite controversial because as my experience, the physical harassment is not quite happen it's not quite happen very often because the Thai people, when we like I said in my presentation, when we meet for the foreigner, we quite know we think very positive, but very small group of people there do some little crime with them, like pickpocket. But in terms of the visitor harassment, I'm not quite experienced. I'm not quite heard about that much. But our police is quite what we concern, and we very serious about how to. We can call it. We call like a disturbing visitor there. We're not quite like have experience about the sexual or some of harassment. We quite concerned and we quite patrol to protect our visitor from any crime that we try to protect them safe all trip. But in terms of your question, I think we be quite concerned as some kind of the crime in Thailand. So, yeah. Something like that. So. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that amazing presentation. I'm also from South Africa. Please,
Cape Town?
No, from Bloemfontein. Okay. It's very central. Excuse my ignorance if you've covered this in your presentation. I must commend you, Thailand, in terms of your transportation system. As someone from South Africa, I think we can do better compared to, what you guys are doing in Thailand. But the question I want to ask is, even though you have a very good transportation system, and this is my personal opinion, what is Thailand doing to address the issue of carbon footprint? Because there's a high volume of transportation. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's my question.
At the moment, I'm not sure, your first time in Thailand?
Yes, first time.
Have you been to underground?
Yes.
The SkyTrain?
Yes.
Yeah. So we like to promote public transportation more and more. So we are using underground. Right now we're building about 4 or 5 more lines underground around Bangkok, and also the SkyTrain. And also in the future we want to promote more electric car. So that we want to promote more and more. And also more tourists is more waste. So how can we manage the waste is very important. So right now, in many provinces, they bar to using plastic bag and also the straw. A couple of months ago, we can see that the whales in not far from Bangkok was die, and then because take all the body out and see a lot of plastic bag inside. So that's a problem. So we try to reduce the plastic usage in Thailand. Yeah. So we're very concerned about SDG. So all this what Minister said before that we want to be on the top of the list of the how to use all these environmental friendly products and also services. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Hello, I'm Yüksel. I'm from the University of Portsmouth.
Yeah,
I'm a professor there. And I like your presentation. I found it quite strategic and very clear vision, and implementation seems to be quite impressive from my point of view. My question is related to your strategy development. How do you do this? Is it done by the people inside the ministry or inside the organization, or do you get help from other people, or you use your own experiences, because it seems to be quite interesting vision that you have, and it seems to be all happening at the same time. Thank you.
You can see that for example, in these slides, for the cultural economies, we have 2 main organizations helping. One is Tourism Authority of Thailand, so doing strategic planning for tourism. At the same time, the supply side is involved with all the countries' chambers. Thai Chamber of Commerce, we have 76 chambers all over Thailand. Okay, and also we have Thai Chamber. We have another associate we call Trade Association. For example, like trade, the Hotel Association, Tourist Association. All these are in associations. And another one is Foreign Chamber of Commerce, and also our association. Altogether, we call Board of Trade. Board of Trade and Thai Chamber of Commerce, we are partners, and also I'm a chairman of both, and also a chairman of this one. So right now we work together as a whole team, and this is including partners. We have a lot of private sector come to help all these things here. This thing cannot work alone. This thing can work. Everyone have to help. this is agenda we announced, and then we need some help. Either government official or private sectors or NGO, everyone have to help to establish these. The most important thing is the head have to help. So this one, I said ideas to the prime ministers and also deputy prime ministers. Yeah. So they accept part of it. Yeah. So it's coming along. Yeah. This is something like this. He also go with it. Also, the prime minister with the cultural economies. Yeah. You know, he said this. You can see that the silk of this is made from the village people. You know, this is silk from the village people. If you dress more, it means the village people, you know, can weave more, and also the village people weave more. That means that you have to grow raspberries, yeah, and then have the silkworm at least, so generate more income for the people. Anyone else?
I'm Sendil Kumar from India. So what is our plan to move from visa on arrival to e-visa? What is your idea about moving from visa on arrival to e-visa in Thailand?
Visa, right now, we promote to have a e-visa very soon, okay? And especially fill in the form. When you come in, you fill in the form, right? So we are in process of take it out, no more form to fill. Because your passport, we need a lot of information in there already, no need. This is a process how we work in the Thai government, doing very slow, you know. But part of it, you know, many government officials said, okay, good. But some said, no, good. So we have to convince them now that, you know, this, you don't need anymore. Because right now it's 4.0, that means that in passport, you have all these electronic chips already in there. And you don't need it. And also, the information that you need, we can survey. You don't need to get more information, 35 million people to do it. Yeah. And e-visa, the responsibilities come from the foreign ministry and also the immigration office. They're working together right now. Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Microphone. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Name is Oswin, currently working in Italy but worked around the world, and I'm not a tourism expert. I'm much more in the behavioral sciences issues. So I appreciated your presentation, but I see a big gap here. Tourism is about a business about or some sort of an interaction of people with people. So you defined the demand side, you said technically the supply side. But what about people being involved who are at location, not only as a technical business? You have to love your business. And I'm working in one of the most successful tourism regions in Italy. And the infrastructure as well as the products have been developed for local people and not for visitors. And only those are the most successful ones. So how does this fit your model?
What is it? The supply side, you know, sometimes the product of each provinces, they have way of life, service, not product alone, services, the way of life, what they're doing. We go there and ask them, whatever you do, please do the same what you do. You know, because tourists want to see what they call the originalities, what you have. You don't have to be like that in Bangkok. You don't have to be like in a big city. Please remain the same, you know. And also maybe something that we can help them to make it modernized. You know, for example, not modernized, I mean that the cleanliness is important, hygiene very important, or maybe security is very important. You know, if you want to go to the countryside, the security is very important. So safety and security. For example, the road sign, you have to show them, you know, where to go, where to eat, where to go to toilet, something like that. We have to help them. But we have to see that how can we make it as originality as possible. No change, you know. But the product that we have to help them. For example, packaging. You know, like in Japan, I see in Japan, very nice packaging. How can we use the product, the local product can last longer, you know, and they can go and buy and use it abroad. Maybe the product they can use it one day, and that's it, you can throw it away. But if you can use a better packaging, longer life, and better presentation, so that we can add more values. If add more values, people buy more, pay more expensive, so that the village people can get more money. So everything is about the people, not only the machinery, something like that. No. I'm not sure it's answered your product or not. Your first time in Thailand? 15 times, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
8 times. Yeah. 50 times, okay. So right now we try to help the village people. We go to village people, you got to help them. Say, Mike.
But you are referring to it to be actually an objective of ethnicity, and that is perhaps a misperception.
I want them to be as rare as possible. As is what?
The as real or as authentic defines.
No, do what they do. Remain what they do. That's what I mean. You know, I don't want them to change. Sometimes they say, oh, more people come to the village, more it means that they have to change to be like in the big city. I said, no, don't have to be like that. You know, I want to be really authentic, so people can be like that. Yeah. So that idea is we have to tell them. Yeah. Otherwise, all the buildings you have to knock it down and make a big high buildings. We said, no, keep the old buildings. It's really nice. Keep it clean, and you know, people can come. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we can have only one last question.
Hello.
A gentleman, okay, a lady.
I'm Maria Della Lucia, I'm professor from Italy. My first time in Thailand. I'm very happy with this experience, and I hope to come back again. So I appreciate a lot your presentation, very comprehensive, and in particular the focus on culture, creativity, and innovation in order to develop urban areas, but also rural areas. In fact, it is my research topic. So my question is, how are you going to combine culture, so cultural heritage with creativity in order to balance identity, local identity, and to avoid the serial reproduction of culture?
Actually, this is a big question, big theme that we are working on it. The cultural economy is very important. I try to put cultural economy into Thailand 20 years national strategies. So right now it's not accepted yet. But part of it is accepted, but the whole thing not accepted. But I try to, This is very important. How to make it? You know, what the professor over there said, that authentic is very important. Want to keep it like that. So that's our plan. What to do? How to do it? In the long term, how can we make it? The Chamber of Commerce, we are in every provinces, and we are one of the private sector that helping all these, and we cannot do it alone. We have to get the people, in the village people, and also get the people in the government to help. So right now we have each provinces, we have what they call governor that's have to change. I mean that they change it every 1 or 2 years. So when they change 1 to 2 years, the strategy always change. So what we asking, if it's possible that the strategy of each city, each town should be the same, no matter what governor come. So we can develop better, more and more in long term. That we plan. Yeah. And also what I showed before about the tour Rim Khong. That means that how can we connecting city, all these. For example, if you want to see the cultures, then see culture of each town are different. Yeah. Like sport, maybe you can go sport. Each segment are different. Yeah. Maybe you can go for they call in Thai you call Sattha tour, the prayer tour. If you want to pray, this is a big channel. The prayer. If you go to this part, which temple we can go to pray? Yeah, this one go to pray where? Yeah, just like in Italy, you go to many museums, you see. Yeah. Okay, right. Hopefully that can help you see our point of view, what's going on in the Thai society. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, I just would like to say that these are the remarkable speakers, and we have got a lot from them. And join me in giving a big applause to them again. Thank you very much. How about the organizer?
The broadcasters, the presentation is broadcast online, so I will email the link to everyone. So you can share, and you can also watch the presentation later. So it's saved, and also it has been broadcasted live, and then I'll email the link. All right, thank you.
How about the coffee break? This ready outside, so probably you have to hurry. Thank you for joining this session.